Hi, readers and writers. How are you today? Baby Echo and myself, Mrs. Holbrook, are here, and we want to make today a fun foundations lesson. So hopefully you're in a space where you'll be able to get up and move a little bit, and if not, I'll give you some options to do instead. Okay, so let's mix up our warm-up. Are you ready? All right, here we go. If you can stand up, we're going to do some boxing of the sounds. If you can't, you can box from your seat. So here we go. I'm going to point to our sound, and when you echo me, I want to see you punch it out. Get a good workout and a good exercise of our brains and our bodies. A apple ah. So those punches, should you be saying it back? A apple ah. E ed eh. E ed eh. I itch eh. I itch eh. O octopus ah. O octopus ah. You up You up. All right, so we boxed out our vowels. Now we're going to do the glued sounds. And for these ones, I think we're going to stretch. Here we go. A-N-G, fang, ang. Your turn. A-N-G, fang, ang. Stretch our bodies. A-N-K, bank, ank. And as I stretch, you should be stretching and repeating it. I-N-G, ring, ing. I-N-K, pink, ink. Let's do a few more. ONG, song, ong. ONK, honk, onk. And we might as well finish out the blue sounds with two more stretches. UNG, lung, ong. UNK, junk, unk. Junk, unk. Woo! All right, that's a little better. And don't forget about our dun 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 R controls. Who knows what two letters put together say R, like a pirate says R. Very good. It is A-R. Let me find a picture of that to show you. Here it is, my handy dandy R control poster. A-R, car, R. Repeat after me. O-R, horn, or. E-R, her, I-R, bird, U-R, burn, Cool. All right, guys. It's time for you to practice reading some words. You ready for this? Okay, here we go. I'm going to build it on my board right here, and you are going to read it. There's going to be blends. There's going to be digraphs. There's going to be blends after the vowels. Let me hear you tap and read. Okay, what's the word? If you're having trouble reading the whole word, when you do each sound, don't do spaces in between. Don't do it like this. Sh, I, p. Try to blend them. Shrimp, shrimp. When you go fast with all the sounds, it blends it so you can hear the word. If you have too much space in between, it might be hard for you to hear the word and read the word, which is the goal. So what's our word? Shrimp. Do you like to eat shrimp? I do. Okay, try reading this word. What does it say? Nice, limp. Pretend to walk with a limp. Okay. How about this next one? We've got a blend at the beginning. Practice that blend. We've got a vowel, folks. And we've got a blend at the end. What's our word? Drift. I'm going to drift off to sleep now. Drifting in a boat. Okay, I'm going to change the ending part of this word. And I think I'll put a glute sound there. Can you read this one? We have a blend and a glute sound. Ink, drink. Okay, let's all pretend to take a drink. What's inside your cup? Ooh, cheers. Mine's orange juice. Now what do you have? Water. I have tea. Cheers. Drink. Okay, great job. Let's read one more. Okay, we're gonna have 3 letters blended together and then a glute sound. What's it say? Well, what's the blend? Stir. Ing. String. What if I change ing to ong? What does it say now? Strong. Everybody show me your muscles. Ooh, ooh. You are strong. Good for you. All right, guys. So we just did a lot of word reading. Good for you if you read any of those words, even if you only read a few. Good for you. Now we are going to read some trick words. Come on over. This is our trick word arena. Dun dun dun. Okay. Are you ready for this? Here's the first sentence. How are you? Really, how are you? How many words in that sentence? How are you? 3. And it's a question, right? Do you hear my voice going up at the end? How are you? So I need to put the tall one here to make it be a question. All right, let me write out the words. I'm starting with an uppercase. How are, that's a trick word we know. And you, that's a trick word we know. And then there's my question mark. That's pretty cool. 3 trick words in this sentence. Okay, I'm going to circle this one right here. And let's see if you can read that one. How are you? What does this word inside the circle say? It says how. That's right. So let's go ahead and add up how. H-O-W. Is the H tricky? How? That's not tricky. If you needed to look up this word, it would start with H. That's always makes things easier. The OW part is kind of the tricky part now because you need to know that OW says ow. But you haven't learned that yet, and you won't learn it for a while. So for now, that is tricky. H-O-W. How. What does the word say? It says how. That's right. Okay, let me erase this one. Read this sentence with me one more time. How are you? Good. And we have one more trick word. Here's the sentence. Repeat after me. Come down here now. Oof, that was mad, huh? Let's count those words. Come down here now. So now we have 4, and since I was so mad, I'm going to do the tall one again for an exclamation point. Okay, I have spaces between my words. I'll start with a capital C. Come down here now. Exclamation point. Okay, I'm going to circle this word right here. See if you can figure out what this word is as I read the sentence. Come down here now. What does this say? Now. That's right. That's our next trick word. N-O-W. What does it sound like is at the beginning of now? An N, so that's not tricky. Do you see what I see? The O-W, just like in how. There's the tricky part. That O-W says ow. So let's read these words. How, now. They rhyme. They sound the same at the end, and our mouth does the same thing. Look at my mouth when I say ow. It starts open for the O, ow. And then it kind of comes together like I'm kissing somebody for the W. How now, brown cow? Brown and cow both have the ow in it too. So these are our new trick words that you're going to be expected to read and write. All right, let's go ahead and practice writing them. Arms out, we're going to skywrite. Standing up, 2 fingers, let's do how. H-O-W, how. Take it with your finger and close your eyes and picture it as you write it on your table. But you're not really writing because it's just your finger. H-O-W, how. Let's do now. If you can spell how, you can spell now. You just change the beginning sound. Skywrite with me. N-O-W, now. And with your finger. N-O-W, now. Now, what do we always do when we have new trick words? Dun, 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 dun. We add them to our handy dandy student notebook. Remember, some of us have different colored notebooks, and that's okay. Either way, we have to find the trick words in the back. Some of them have bigger lines, some have smaller. Let's start with how. What letter did how start with? Started with H. So find an H that doesn't have any words under it, and let's write the word how. H-O-W, how. Just like that. Pause here if you need more time. And then we'll find now. What letter does now start with? N. So if you flip the page, you're going to find the N, and we'll enter now. The beginning sound is not tricky. The ow part is, so we have to memorize it for now. N-O-W, now. Great. Okay, once those are in, how and now, we will do a little bit of dry erase. So find your whiteboard. Hey, whiteboard, where'd you go? And find your dry erase marker. And let's start by writing the trick word, how. How. If you need to open your notebook back up to look, you can. Or you can look at my screen to help you. How. And then let's go down to the next line and do now. And check it with mine when you're done. How now. Make sure your H goes all the way up to the skyline and your N stays at the plane line, or else they might look the same. How now. What does this one say? This one? Okay. Erase. And let's practice writing some words with blends that we have been working on all along. Okay? Repeat after me. Grunt. Grunt. Tap it out. G, n, t. Spell it and write each sound. When we tap out, we do want space in between so we can hear each individual sound. Grunt. Okay, and when you're ready, you can check it with mine. Grunt. G-R-U-N-T. We'll do 2 more, so no need to erase. Let's come down to the next line and try this word. Twist. Everybody do the twist. Let's tap it. T, w, I, s, t. Spell it and write it. And then you can check it to mine. Let's read our words. Grunt, twist. These are both actions we can do. And our last word is going to be an action too. Squint. Tap it. S, qu, I, n, t. Spell it and write it. Don't forget the buddy letter. Check it with mine. Let's read all of our words. Grunt, twist, squint. Erase your board.